Okay, so I was filling up ITR2 for this AY 2023-2024. So while filling up the CG, I came across an error which I thought probably will be helpful for others to see if they are getting the same error. So while filling up the CG, so I have some capital gains from mutual fund, equity oriented mutual funds, some long term mutual fund, equity mutual fund, and some debt related funds, but that's short term. So I have selected these options, and so if you see, let it load. Yeah, so under equity oriented mutual fund, I am having a short term gain of this amount, and for under long term, I'm getting this one, and this is for the debt sales, debt oriented mutual funds, with that is basically taxed under applicable rates rather than direct 15%. So now in the instruction that says we have to fill up this table F under CG based on we have to give the breakup of quarterly earned capital gains. So this is 15%. This is applicable rates. This is the long term one. So I have done this. Now if I go to try to validate and save, so in the BFLA schedule, so all those data will be coming from the CG tab, and if you see, like short term gains at 15%, applicable rate is this much amount, and 10% for the long term gains. Okay, now I will try to set it off, and in the final validation, if I move to validate this one, so proceed to preview. So if I go to proceed to preview, what it will give us. So if we try to run the exact system validation, like I'm not getting any front end validations, but I'm getting a system validation errors. I'll just show you what I'm getting. So let me run some system validation. So based on this, I get three errors. The errors are saying that in the table F, the breakup of all quarters is not equal to the item and BFLA. But I can assure you, like I made calculations and checked if these are like I double checked it, but still I'm getting this error. So what went wrong in my case is, so let me go into the tab called CFL. So this is the carry forward loss from previous years. So I have this much of losses that has come from these assessment years. So what is happening is, this is the gain for this year, capital loss gains, and this was the losses from previous years. So what is happening is this has been adjusted. This gain has been adjusted against this loss. So when I set this off, so in the BFLA, so all my capital gains are becoming 0. So the problem is, in the CG table we have to enter the net amount of CG gains, not the not the amount of gain before setting off the losses, setting up against the losses of previous years. So let it load, just a second. Yeah, so if I go into this tables once more, and what I can do is, like for me, like every capital gain for all the types was 0, like it was adjusted against the losses of previous years. So the total gain was zero for all the types, like short term and long term. So what I can do is I can simply delete this table because everything is zero for me, or I can just remove the amounts. So what I will do is I will just delete it, so I don't have anything. So this is and let's go to the validations directly. Yeah, so the validation has passed. So this is one of the cases we might encounter while filling up ITR2. Like whenever you have previous years carry forward losses, so in that case we have to uh, we don't need to fill any CG details in the table F of CG schedule, just because we don't have a resultant capital gain for this year, because those are already set off against the previous year's losses. So I think this will be helpful for many others. So thank you.